Say it ain't so, man. They're trying to say the guy Kodak Black is snitching. Now, if you don't know, Kodak's been in a long-running feud with his boy, what should have been his boy, Jack Boy. Okay, they were formerly friends, and they have unfortunately devolved into bitter enemies, and now Jack Boy is just trying to expose Kodak in the worst way possible. Okay, so I'm going to break down what's happened to you, and before I do that, I'm going to cast your memory back, and I'm going to give you a little bit of backstory as to why these two former friends are now no longer seeing eye to eye, and apparently it's just straight exposing him time for Jack Boy. So they'd previously made a bunch of music together, right? They got this track From the G to the A. This was 8 years ago in 2017, okay? And Kodak Black and Jack Boy, for a period of time, it's like they were joined at the hip, okay? They were rocking with each other, you know, they was releasing music together. And it seemed like every time Kodak had beef, Jack Boy was there to back the beef. He had his back. He was backing him up. So one of the first moments that kind of tested these two homies' loyalty was in April of 2020, okay? And this was basically when a very bizarre incident went down, okay? That basically Kodak was having a beef with NBA Youngboy, and this was right after Youngboy's baby mama Yaya, okay, Ayana, who, if you don't know, is Floyd Mayweather's daughter, ended up stabbing another one of Youngboy's baby mamas, okay? And for some reason, okay, Kodak Black ended up getting caught up in this whole thing, okay? So let's have a little recap of what was going down at this time.
Floyd Mayweather's daughter, Ayana, she got arrested for felony aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Now, supposedly the story goes, Youngboy's in Houston just kicking it, right? Then one of his baby mama comes through, right? Now, his girl or his fiance, Ayana, she basically shows up to the crib and was like, whoa, what the fuck going on? Security basically tells her, yo, shorty, listen, we ain't want no situation. That's the baby mom. Chill out. Okay, you gotta leave. They escorted her out, and supposedly she like snuck in the back way. And then when she saw the girl in the crib, again, this is his baby mama. Ain't nobody say he fucking with her. This is baby mama. When she saw the girl in the crib, she grabbed a knife after they got into a little scuffle, and she stabbed the girl a couple times. Okay? Now,
so this is all going on, all right? And then just kind of out of nowhere, all right, Kodak Black decides to throw his hat into the ring, okay? Even though he was locked up at the time, he managed to still speak out about these reports. And he basically said, he said he accused Youngboy of cooperating with the police. Now, that's very rich now after the exposure that's happened. But basically, okay, this was a report, okay, about Floyd Mayweather's daughter, Yaya, basically catching Youngboy with another woman and, you know, charging at her with a knife. Kodak Black left a comment, said, the hell they mean fully cooperated. It says NBA is fully cooperating with the authorities. Kodak Black commented, the hell they mean fully cooperated, lol. They ain't say a little bitch, they ain't say a little piece, bitch. They say fully, bitch, lol. Anyways, man, that word ain't even supposed to be attached to your name, at NBA Youngboy. Damn, little bro, don't do that little girl like that, man. Don't do that little girl like that. I mean, I'm locked up, but this stuff got me looking like if it was some other stuff, you'll tell something. This stuff make you like, you were scared them people was going to try and charge you with it or something. So you screamed, that ain't the drip, man. You know we don't holler at them people. One of them dudes in a he's with you could have talked to them folks. I think he meant house. One of them dudes who was in a house with you could have talked to them folks before you did, because you don't know shit. SMH, where your coach was, NBA Youngboy, SMHC, I'ma have to write to you a letter and tie your shoes for you, lil bruh. Free Zodak Red. So he's basically saying, because they're saying NBA Youngboy is fully cooperating with the authorities, that he's telling. Now look, I feel like that's pretty, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that's pretty unfair, because it's like, this is like a domestic violence situation, okay? This is your girls going at it, stabbing each other. You're trying to calm everything down. I don't know if Youngboy cooperated, wrote a statement, anything like that. It just said NBA is fully cooperating with the authorities. That could mean he's cooperating in terms of he's let them into the crib, let them sort it out, let them take whatever they need to take. But Kodak had a lot to say at the time, all right? But now, you know what I'm saying? It's all coming back on him, unfortunately, okay? But Youngboy would actually respond to Kodak Black in an IG live, abruptly waking up a sleeping and confused Ayana and basically making sure that she sent a message to Kodak. So this was the response that ended up coming. This was kind of silly, okay? Let's see what he said.
Niggas hoes. I ain't never paid attention to a nigga, especially from no motherfucking cell, nigga. The fucking nigga watching me fuck. Then what a nigga say? A nigga say me. Nigga say I cooperated. Man, what, you stupid bitch? Huh? About my wife? Huh? About my wife, say, Ayana, get up. Get up. Come here. You talking about this girl right here? My wife? You talking about my wife? Inside my house that I paid for? Now her bitch ass daddy, nigga? Huh? And now her bitch ass daddy? I ain't never accepted not one thing from her in my life. Why? Cause y'all be playing on me, bitch. Like I need a girl for something. Nah, I give her anything she ever ask me for.
Bro, I can't lie. That's crazy work, bro. He really woke her up out of her sleep to basically diss her dad and say about my wife. What? I'm telling on my wife? I know it's hard to kind of get through exactly what he's saying there, but he's basically saying, bruh, like, you really trying to say I'm snitching on my wife? I pay for everything she's got, even her BS daddy. Floyd Mayweather ain't even paying for stuff. He done woke her right, he done woke her right up out of her sleep to just put her in the mix. And he had over 100,000 people watching his Instagram live when that was all going on, man. So that's absolutely wild, right? Now, throughout all of this nonsense happening, okay, apparently Jack Boy was holding it down for the Sniper Gang, Kodak's label, whilst Kodak was sparking all these ridiculous beefs behind bars, okay? But come to find out, as is often the case, as seemed to be the case with King Von, all of that stuff, bro, all of this beef apparently was about a woman from the very start. Okay, so this then circulated soon after. It said Florida's own Dej Rosegold speaks out about her feelings for Kodak Black and NBA Youngboy. Okay, that's apparently what the whole beef was about. Somebody commented, "What's up with you and Yak?" No offense. She said, "Not a damn thing. I'll go more into details after I finish my little drinky drink. I can't stand no dude with a vendetta. It's lame." All right. And then someone said, and that one song when YB said, "I love you," and she said, he was talking about you. She said, "I love that dude. Too damn, I'm something loving him. That's all." All right. They said, "Would you ever get back with YB if he tried to F with you again?" And then she's basically got this clip of her chasing after him. She basically saying, "Hell yeah, I'm chasing him like I'm chasing the clown." She said, "I'm screaming." All right. So basically, they're saying that there was like a little love triangle or something going on between them. Okay, maybe that's why Kodak was mad. That's why he was gunning for Youngboy so hard. Okay, but then things would basically just fall apart. Okay, Kodak would eventually get his pardon from Donald Trump, and this unfortunately wasn't necessarily the best thing to happen for him. I don't wish jail on anybody, but I think getting off so easy kind of probably screwed up Kodak's head. Maybe he didn't really get the chance to kind of rehabilitate himself like he should have done in prison, and he popped back out and basically had been going back and forth, beefing with Jack Boy, beefing about the whole situation, and that's where it all fell apart. Okay, and this is a whole timeline of their beef. You know, they were all good together. Then everything popped off the back of this whole Youngboy thing, right? Yeah, Jack Boy had basically been holding it down. Kodak Black was eventually pardoned by Donald Trump. And when he was released, everyone thought it would be a great reunion for Sniper Gang. But that was not the case. Instead, Kodak started blaming Jack Boy for the beef. Okay, that's what apparently was going on. All right, they've been going back.
Ask me no question. Just chill, just vibe. I'm not answering shit. I ain't got shit bad to say about people. You ain't gonna get that from me. Like, I don't got nothing to say. You ain't gonna have no video of me on YouTube. Oh, whoop, whoop, whoop. Nah, that's my brother at the end of the day. Hey, see your number. Unblock me off Instagram, see your number. Hey, I can holler at you. But all that other shit don't, nothing. But everybody know, like, as far as day one, Jack Boy a real ass nigga. So I'm not gonna go into detail or explain shit to nobody. Like, I don't care. I do not care about Instagram that much. I never wanted to be a rapper in my life. I started rapping probably 3 years ago, 4 years ago. This shit don't mean that much to me. It's like I made millions off this shit. I already won. I bought my mama a house, I won. I bought my mama a car, paid off, I won. All my cars, I got 3 cars, paid off, I won. Like, I'm not fun to come on here and talk bad about my brother. Oh, my brother, nah. One-on-one, I'ma tell you, hey, boy, you lame as fuck. But to y'all, I don't give a fuck. He tell y'all the sky green on this motherfucker. Hey, the sky is green. But one-on-one, hey, boy, you know the fucking sky blue, boy. Stop playing like that. But other than that, that's all you gonna get from me. So if you looking for that every day, don't come on my shit, because I'm not gonna give you that every day. I'm not going back and forth. No, that's my nigga. I love my dog. That's it. That's the end of the state. But right now you on some funny shit. And that's just shit. I can't say that. If I can't say that, I don't want to be around. For real. It's like, you a real ass nigga though. Don't get it fucked up. He a real ass nigga though. That's a real ass little nigga though. That's a real ass nigga. But it's like right now you just tripping. You forgetting I'm a real ass nigga. That's him. That's where everything. That's him. But let's.
So he basically kind of having it both ways. He's saying, look, I'll check Kodak privately. I ain't trying to air him out publicly. But then low key, the whole thing is you airing him out publicly. So that is a bad look, right? And then things would devolve from there. So let me read you what kind of they said in this hot new hip hop breakdown. It said, by mid-2021, the relationship between Kodak Black and Jack Boy begun to show serious signs of strain. Public disagreements and cryptic social media posts hinted at underlying tensions. Fans speculated that business disputes and personal differences led to their rift. Nonetheless, in a surprising turn of events, the friendship between the two reached a breaking point. Social media then became a battleground for their differences, with both artists airing their grievances in public. Kodak went off in a series of now deleted tweets saying, I ain't signing rappers no more, these dudes ungrateful. I made a M off Lil Jack, thanks Lil Bruh, and took long enough, but that business must be stood on. Jack Boy then responded by sharing the lyrics of the song Vouch by Kevin Gates. They copyrighted my name and wanted $1 million. The label laughed in my face, I had to pay out my pocket. Soon after, Kodak would unfollow Jack Boy on Instagram, and this left fans bewildered, witnessing the demise of a once breakable bond. Jack Boy then addressed the situation on Instagram Live, okay? And he basically said a lot of stuff that we just heard, but it's like, that's my brother, you see your number, unblock me off Instagram, I see your number and I can holler at you. All that other stuff, everybody know as far as day one's Jack Boy is real as hell, so I'm not going to go in detail and explain nothing to nobody. I don't care, it don't mean nothing to me, I made millions. You already heard what he said, all right? So they would basically continue to go back and forth, all right? There was some other incidents. People were saying for a minute it looked like they were maybe going to have a peace offering. Kodak Black basically tweeted, effed up feeling when you can't even explain how you feel, and even when you do or try to, you get judged by your feelings. Then funerals turn to photo shoots. You can't even grieve to peace. Let's use this as a wake-up call. At Jack Boy, stuff get real crazy real quick out here and unexpectedly. F the distance. Love N-word. Come give me a hug N-word. Okay, and people were thinking that they'd squash the beef and they'd put things aside, but okay, it would rekindle into another little back and forth with some insults being thrown.
You made some comments like, life is too short. We need to put some shit to the side regarding the Jack Boy situation. So my question to you is, we don't have to go into detail about what caused it and all that shit, but do you ever think that there will be an amicable resolution to that?
Ain't no telling, you heard me? Ain't no telling. Ain't no telling. Never know.
You still love that though?
Yeah, I love that little nigga, man. I wouldn't have never gave a nigga the opportunity to shine with a nigga, to shine with me. I wouldn't have never opened my platform up to you if it wasn't no love. You know what I'm saying? I open up my platform. I feed my people, and this is my talent. This is my career. This is my shine. God gave me this shit. I ain't gotta do nothing. I ain't have to do nothing. I ain't have to help nobody. None of that shit. I could have kept a nigga just a nigga that I know. You heard me? You know what I'm saying? So I gave a nigga all the game and all that type time, and you know what I'm saying? All that, you heard me? Because it was love, genuine love. That's why it hurt. You know what I'm saying? You could tell by the difference of it. It's like I'm moving down the shit fucked up. I'm fucked up by this shit. And contrary, on the other hand, nigga moving I don't give a fuck. Nigga can't say nothing that I did. I ain't did nothing, you heard me? And I'm a real gangster, so it's man, you really playing with it, But it's it is what it is, you hear me? Because it's God see this shit. God see this shit. He gonna forever bless a nigga man, that fuck niggas playing with you too, little bro. Cause they were playing with God, they were playing with Jesus, you hear me? So yeah, you don't understand, bro. So you bless a nigga tenfold. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Nah, for real.
So he basically kind of said he's still got love for him. He said they're playing with me, they played with Jesus, all of this stuff, okay? But basically, the feud would seemingly be rekindled in August of 2022 when Jack Boy hopped on DJ Academics' Off the Record podcast. He would basically break down the beef with Youngboy. He would basically deny Kodak Black, claiming that Jack Boy started the rift, and he basically insisted he couldn't possibly be beefing with Youngboy. He never met him, and basically claimed that Jack Boy thought that Kodak Black just couldn't be happy for him without claiming to be the source of all of his success.
I don't know. I ain't definitely not beefing over no dude because I don't even know young boy. I don't know him. I never met him. You know what I'm saying? So it's how could I beef with you? I only comment after. Whenever y'all say something to me, I'm going to comment back. When they went to saying shit and they went to arguing on I ain't say nothing to him until he came back on live hey, yeah, and you... Oh, fuck the girl. I'm not mad about the shit. That's when I come back. Hey, y'all niggas broke. That's when I come do shit. I'm only gonna respond. I don't know y'all niggas. Why I'm beefing with y'all. So I guess the beef started. I was in prison when the beef started. I was in prison in Virginia, and I guess the nigga burnt the boxes or some shit. That's how the beef start. Like, a nigga burnt your boxes. That ain't my merch. A nigga, know what I'm saying? So now you posting and you got people posting on your page all type of wild shit, and then you trying to say, oh, Jack.
Was it you posted?
Come on, man. I ain't never had no nigga IG, man. I can show you me asking you why this nigga locked up. Hey, post me on bruh page. Yeah. From his Instagram. Like, why would I be asking y'all to post me on his page if I got his password?
Yeah, so wait, where did he come up with that?
Man, I don't know. Niggas is wicked. Look what they say on the fan pages. Niggas is wicked, man.
Nah, some don't make sense. Like, y'all were cool prior to him getting locked up.
Yeah, for sure. That was yeah.
So it had to be at some point where, like, miscommunication.
It was I don't know about no miscommunication. People just, you know what I'm saying? It was a lot of miscommunication because I'm just the type, like, just watch flaw shit and just peep it. But I don't know where it went left at. Niggas is just
okay,
weird.
let me throw something out because this is one thing I seen him ask for a few times. Did you owe him money?
He's saying I owe money.
He said owe him like $1 million.
All right, but listen, how the fuck and my contract? I can fill up my contract right now. I signed that's where part of the hating shit. He trying to make it seem like it's always some new shit. It's this, the beef, it's the money, it's hoes, it's you talk to this hoe. It's always some new shit. You just finding some shit that you can make fans stick with, and it's like, why this what it is. But nah, say with the money situation, I signed to Sniper Gang for like I think 1, 2, 3 projects. I don't know how much. No, I just signed a Sniper Gang for one project. If I go to a major label, I owe 5 projects or some shit like that. So
okay. That's what I just got told the term. That's called like a shopping deal, which means like the deal only continues if they get you a deal.
Yeah, okay. The deal only continues if they get me a deal. So now, on the contract, I guess it said $2,500. My dumb ass, I'm young. I'm thinking you my homeboy. I ain't read not one word. I ain't asked for no lawyer. I just signed. Like this my nigga. I'm good. Like, I know I'm good. So I just signed. Boom. So now, while I'm grinding, doing all this shit,
so the advance was, well, I mean, I guess you're not gonna get.
It was no advance. I ain't get no advance. I got a chain. You saw me 2-3 years ago. I was still broke.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
I was fucked up. I was still fucked up. I was still going to jail. I was still that crazy person. I could still be that crazy, but I was still had to be. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm gonna play devil's advocate a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe he's like, well, if you riding with me and like I'm trying to help put you on because I'm hot, shit, fucking advance. The mere fact that you around me and he probably still taking care of shit for you. He's probably breaking off with some shit. Maybe not on some contractual shit. It's your homie.
I ain't gonna lie, as far as tagging a nigga, all that, I appreciate all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? As far as when I went to jail or shit, you came through with lawyers, but like, you know what I'm saying? You had Brad on certain cases, so I'ma always salute that. But vice versa, like, while you was locked up, I was coming through for lawyers for niggas I don't even know. Just off the love off of you, I'm paying $15,000 over here, bonding niggas out $15,000. I don't even know them your niggas, you know what I'm saying? Then everybody on the back end just turned. Like, it's like, oh, hold on, like, I done put about over 100 racks into this shit too, just on some gang shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? What about?
So look, he's basically saying Kodak kind of signed him in this deal. He turned around later. He was trying to say that he owed money on the deal. And then Jack Boy is saying, bro, I didn't even read the paperwork. And I basically did you hella favors. I was bailing out your homies, all of that kind of stuff. Okay. So this basically just kept devolving from here. Okay. Then there was a talk of a $2 million fight. All right. Basically, Jack Boy was on IG, said, look, I'll put $2 million up to have a boxing match with Kodak, all right? I'll fight him in the ring on some Jake Paul stuff. That man ain't going to do that. That boy can get trained by God. I'm going to beat his ass, all of this stuff, okay? And then Kodak Black would then accuse Jack Boy of faking his street cred, all right? He would basically say Jack Boy's entire persona is a fabrication, all right? Kodak would be in the comments basically saying you stole out of Sports Authority and went to juvie and came home a gangster. I made you. So with all of this dirt that was put on his name, it's not really a surprise that eventually Jack Boy would come back for his revenge. And he really, really tried to destroy Kodak Black just recently, okay? It was last month, October of 2025. Jack Boy decided to go at Kodak once again and basically posted a series of clips of Kodak in an interrogation room being questioned by police after a 2015 arrest, okay? So in this situation,
niggas got to get up to date.
All right. It was this incident, okay, from way back 2015, where Kodak was arrested for robbery, battery, false imprisonment, possession of marijuana, and a suspended license, okay? So academics broke this all down at the time, and then we ended up seeing this interrogation footage that Jack Boy put out there, and he really trying to put Kodak away.
But pretty much Kodak Black has been arrested, and he's been arrested for finessing, okay? Now, there's a bunch of charges on his docket, and I'm going to read it to you, and I'll kind of explain what's going on. And he's currently sitting in jail, and this is the important part, without bail until he gets arraigned and he sees a magistrate judge. Now, apparently, Police caught him riding dirty. Okay, so he had some weed on him. He did not have a gun, which is good. Which, I mean, I guess he's lacking, but still, listen, he did not have a gun, but they found him with weed, and they found that he was driving on a suspended license. So, bam, that's already two. But the warrant that they arrested him for, or they were looking for him for, was actually, apparently, he robbed or finessed, whatever you want to say. He robbed or finessed a adult and a child. Okay, now it kind of screams to me, and we don't have a narrative or a story to say, hey, this is exactly what happened, but it kind of tells me it's a domestic incident. This is probably saying it's probably like a domestic dispute, but basically.
So basically, academics will go on to kind of break down the fact that when this all happened, Kodak was super young, okay, and people weren't really expecting him to be facing anything serious around this situation.
That's good for him. It might be some first offense type of shit, but he is somebody that was born in 97, which kind of, you start looking at it, it's looking ridiculous. But these charges are coming down. He's only 18. We're hoping it doesn't look or really is that bad like we think it is, because just even browsing these charges, it looks pretty serious. He has about like 9 or 8 on it, and he'll probably stay in jail. He probably will get bail unless there's some other shit to it. So he should get bail probably by the end of the day, if not by the end of the week. So I'll keep you guys.
So at the time, okay, academics talking about this, these charges aren't too serious. He's young. He's just about 18. Hopefully this ain't going to be too serious. But it sounds like behind the scenes things were very serious. And then Jack Boy is basically kind of taken to the internet to share clips from the interrogation that took place. And according to some fans, it sounded like Kodak was talking a little bit too much. And to some people, even straight up snitching. Now, in the midst of, Young Thug getting exposed for his 2-hour interrogation tape, this really isn't what you want to see as a street rapper to be circulating. And the fact that Jack Boy is pushing this out there definitely feels like it is vindictive, but it doesn't change the fact that this did happen. So let's see the clip.
Listen to me. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah. What I'm trying to tell you right now. Yeah. Okay, you're not gonna go home. That I'm being real with you. Okay, I'm not. What's your homeboy's street name or rap name? Huh? Quito. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So look, I'm not from the streets. All right. If you assault me, I'm writing a police report. I'm telling. All right. I'm big telling. I'm filing a civil lawsuit. I'm getting the bag. All right. I'm not a street dude. I'm not a gangster. I don't abide by the no snitching code. I think it's dumb. Okay. But when you're a street cat and you claim to be street, you claim to be gangster. As far as I'm aware, as external, as having studied the street manuscript, you're not supposed to say other people's names in the interrogation room. Don't apply to me. I'm telling everyone. I'm telling the whole. I'm not committing any crime, so we're not even getting to this point. All right. And if you're a gangster, you're coming around me, I'll tell you to your face. Don't tell me about no crimes. Don't put me in no crimes. Don't get in my car with nothing you ain't supposed to have. It is what it is. All right. But according to the street code, that's apparently not what you're supposed to do. Okay. And it continues.
No rap.
He's Spanish?
Nah, he black. Even though Chico, the other boy Golden, he stayed black. But he's from Hollandale.
Okay, so in the car too.
He wasn't even the one who called me and said he coming to my house. My other homeboy said, hey, I'm gonna come holler at you.
Who's that?
Movies, he ain't got. But I know it's Marvin Lewis, Selvin John. But I don't know. Oh, that's Marvin House. That's his house. I can't even tell you that. But you know what I'm saying? Okay, now.
So look, all right. This is apparently a segment from a larger interrogation that was circulating. Now, look, okay. I'm not going to say that's snitching. I'm not going to say that's telling. I don't know exactly what happened to the people who were implicated in this situation, but I do have some paperwork from the time, okay? And what this essentially says is that, Kodak basically, it started with someone breaking into Kodak's crib. So it's like, bruh, like, if you're really supposed to stay solid for dudes that are breaking into your crib, like, what are we doing here, okay? It says 2 witnesses stated that they observed the defendant beating Juan, and then they saw that defendant push Juan into the blue Audi and take off. The witness gave sworn taped statements. The defendants gave another statement. The defendant's mother gave a statement stating she told her son to call the police in reference to the burglary and not to take it into his own hands. She said that she observed the defendant punch Juan in the face and that she walked away. The defendant was positively ID'd by a show-up and photo lineups from all victims. Sworn taped statements were taken in reference to the facts of the case. Search incident arrest revealed that the defendant was in possession of marijuana, which was field tested positive by Deputy Barbosa after a check of his Florida's driver's license. It showed he had a suspended license. The defendant was only in possession of a Florida ID. The defendant was placed in the interview room and he spontaneously uttered several statements saying, I know I effed up. I shouldn't have taken matters into my own hands. He also stated he punched Juan in the face. Post Miranda, the defendant admitted to punching Juan several times. He stated that he knows what he did was wrong. The defendant added that he put Juan in the vehicle, but the others got in when he asked them to. The defendant stated he doesn't know the name of his friend who was in the vehicle with him. Okay. And so this basically, Deuce and Octave, that's Kodak, right? So they're basically saying, look, The defendant gave a statement. The defendant's mother gave a statement that he wasn't supposed to take it into his own hands. He had tried to take it into his own hands. His crib had basically been robbed, or his crib was basically allegedly being robbed. Okay, and he was trying to get busy afterwards. That's what they're saying. Okay, now look, for me, I don't play by street rules. I don't abide by the street code. Bro, dude's robbing your crib and you beating him up, then you get him dragged into the interrogation room, man. Look, that's crazy, okay? You can't have people going down. Like, I feel like sometimes this street code thing just gets so ridiculous that it's just like, if you get attacked and you get robbed, like, I think we was talking about, when I was a 6'9", I think we were talking about the Troy Ave situation, and it was basically saying, like, you know, there was a shootout in the club. They shot his mans. He tried to shoot back, and then suddenly he's on the hook for the murder of his mans when he actually was just trying to shoot back and defend himself. There's guys in the streets that really want you to sit down and do life because the ops pulled up and you tried to shoot back and you unfortunately got caught, and then you're supposed to be the one sitting down doing life. It's dumb as hell, man. But at the end of the day, people sign up for these street rules. They trying to play by the street rules. Everybody's supposed to play by these rules. But bro, if you come and attack me and rob my house and I beat your ass, and then the police pull up, me personally, I probably wouldn't try and beat anyone's ass, but I'd probably get busy. You know what I'm saying? I'd probably get busy in the interrogation room and tell them everything and try and get them arrested. But that's me. That's different, okay? And like at the end of the day, man, Kodak was young. Like I don't know. People are gonna say they're gonna skip this. They're gonna say all of this stuff, man. But I personally, like, I don't feel like this loses any stripes for Kodak. Now, here's the thing: Kodak did a song with 6ix9ine. I'm not saying that he was jacking snitches, but you know, he was doing a song with 6ix9ine. He apparently got paid $1 million for it. Kodak, the reason why the Young Thug situation is different was because Young Thug so publicly took such a hard stance on snitching, and he was putting down Gunna and he was trying to get Gunna out the paint. It was so hypocritical when his footage came out, but I don't feel like this is the same. I don't think we've seen Kodak. But then again, he was going at Youngboy. He was trying to say that Youngboy was telling in that situation, so it is kind of hypocritical, man. Like you sat in jail pushing these street codes onto Youngboy in a situation that you got nothing to do, and then you get exposed like this. Now look. A lot of people are saying that the snitching allegations don't check out. You know, Kodak ain't do nothing wrong. You guys going to have to be the judge, man. Let me know what you guys think below. Was it wrong of Jack Boy to put this information out there? It definitely seems like a vindictive personal vendetta that's going on in this situation. But for me personally, man, I really don't care, man. I'm still bumping Kodak's music. I'm still bumping Young Boy, still bumping 6ix9ine, linking up with 6ix9ine. We still spinning Young Thug, right? We still spinning Young Thug around here and Gunna, all of that. I really don't care. But at the end of the day, man, you know, when it comes to this street music, this gangster rap, even just being seen, even just a photo of you in the interrogation room is a bad look. So look, I don't want to put Kodak down. We definitely still jacking Kodak, but man, Jack Boy really tried to do him dirty, but it is what it is, man. Maybe I'm being a hypocrite because I'm giving people passes. But look, I never said Young Thug was a snitch. I always said that he was a hypocrite. I guess Kodak Black, you could say that he's a hypocrite too because of the way that he went at Young Thug. But I don't really know what happened with this case. I don't know if people got put away. I don't know if the charges got dropped. I don't know if that evidence was used. But it is what it is, man. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'll be back with some more updates, man. This was a crazy situation. I've got more 6ix9ine clips coming soon. So stay tuned for all of that. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.